Hello, and welcome to the Beer League Benchwarmers premiere episode, starring Sean, Kyle, Jake, and Rick. Here to talk about stuff.
We lost Jake.
It's
I love it. I love it so much.
today's the day we're not here to play. Grab a beer, throw on your gear. It's Beer League Benchwarmers. That's a crappy melody. Sorry.
I'm gonna fucking beat my pants.
I need this to be the entrance every single time.
All right. And today we're talking about bucket lists,
Shit.
future Marvel movies, NFL, whatever that means, and fantasy trips. This is not going well, guys.
I love it.
In a year, we're gonna get like signed by sponsors, and then
Pardon
one of
our
them is gonna go
growing
to Kyle
pains.
and be like, "You need your own show." And
This is
I can't tell you how many times I'm told Kyle just sees cameras following him around. This is it. This is his
We
moment.
got it.
It's like
Oh,
when a
yeah,
band manager
Alex
says you
Stone
need to cut your
was
drummer
crying.
that you've been with since high school. Now it's gonna be Kyle. You need to cut the other three schmucks you're with.
I got other aspirations. I got things. It's fine. All
I fucking love it.
right.
That was good. That was a good intro, Kyle.
So, bucket list. Who has a bucket list? And that's like what things you want to do before you die?
Yeah, say top five things you want to accomplish before you die, or at
Okay.
least try to accomplish. You know.
All right, Sean, why don't you go first? Because why not? You can pick one, and then we can go off of that.
All right. Well, I can't do anything with the cold. I mean, it'd be cool to like climb Mount Everest, but that'll never happen. But I mean,
I've heard they're gonna stop people from. No, wait, maybe that wasn't true.
I guess it's become very touristy, but
Yeah.
carry on.
yeah, it's like one of the
How about
biggest
go
garbage
on a
dumps
big
in the
hike
world.
on a mountain, a multi-day
Got
hike
all
up
those
a
dead
mountain?
people up on Mount Everest too.
That'd be amazing.
They leave
Thaw
them
him
there.
out.
Yeah,
And you got Captain America.
that's
That's
where he's at.
you need to freeze somebody in a very specific way to be able to thaw them out while they're still alive. You can't just
Yeah,
thaw out
Mount
anybody.
Everest.
Okay.
I've seen it. I've seen it in movies. Kyle, it works.
Yeah, Vertical Limit. You've never seen that movie?
No. Is it about mountain?
So
Yeah,
that's Captain America.
But anyways, so you want to? Are you interested in Everest just because it's prestigious, or just you want to go on a hike up a mountain?
Yeah, I'd like to go hike up a mountain. Like I climbed the White Face Mountain in the Adirondacks. That was cool.
Ooh.
What about like Kilimanjaro? Is that like is?
I mean, it's still everything's cold because it's so high.
I would love to be able to.
warmers.
I would love to be able to go on a backpacking hike. That sounds really cool. Sounds
Yeah,
really difficult though.
I would
What'd
love
you
to
put
do
in
like
back?
Like
a
like
weekend in the wilderness.
yeah, like
Yeah.
have stuff to make a fire in a little tent.
Yeah, and make your own shelter and scavenge for your own food and shit.
You gotta do that up in like Montana or the Dakotas, somewhere crazy like that, where it's all woods and you could get eaten by a
Montana.
bear.
Yeah, my brother-in-law.
Yeah. I can kill a bear and eat it for dinner.
Yeah,
You gotta make whatever.
even in like either in like northern Canada, like in the woods up in Ontario and stuff. Like the movie The Edge is based off of. They get trapped up there and have to survive up to the wilderness while a Kodiak bear is hunting them.
Kodiak, not Kodak bear.
I don't
Okay,
think it's a Kodak moment.
no,
It's just a bear
no.
taking pictures.
I'm sure most you need very specific bear equipment. Like I don't think most bears can stand, so you probably
Man, bear pig.
That's a different thing. But yeah, I would say hiking up a mountain would be pretty cool. You've done it before?
Yeah, I did the one. I don't know, in the Adirondacks, like around Lake Placid. There's a big ski resort there called White Face Mountain, and in the summer there's no snow, but you can hike the mountain. It's like
Ooh.
at the top of the thing. It's got an observation tower and everything. But I mean, I guess you wouldn't consider it hiking because they kind of made it like man-made, so you can like there's stairs, but they're stairs that they made out of the rocks that were there, so you can hike up the rocks and stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
They made it's like a tourist attraction, so it has to be somewhat safe so people don't get hurt. But
Yeah.
I would like to do like just free climb a mountain, or just like do a mountain climb, like something like that. I think
Bear Grylls.
Yeah,
Sounds
like
way
where
intense.
it's like I have to use harnesses and ropes and everything. I have to do
Oh,
that on my
God.
own. Which
Now you lost me.
I have no skill in climbing at all, so I would, you know, it wouldn't work in my favor ever. So
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
have to
wouldn't
go
wanna
with
be-
a professional.
yeah,
You
I
gotta
wouldn't
do
wanna be-
lots of forearm exercises.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to do that far, but yeah, like backpacking through woods and stuff would be cool.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to actually climb a mountain and
I would.
Possibly.
That'd be cool.
possibly die because I didn't strap myself to the side of the thing properly.
Nah, I think it'd be cool. That's I like watching the Bear Grylls stuff. I think that'd just be so cool. Climb the side of a mountain, like those fucking cliffs over in Australia and shit. Like that'd be cool.
So I don't think we're gonna get through 5 for everyone. So Jake, what's a bucket list item for you? I guess I'm hosting, unless somebody else wants to take over.
Nope, you're it, man.
Yeah, you're controlling it now.
Yeah.
Go episode by episode.
So like one thing.
Yeah, what it doesn't have to be the thing, just a thing on your bucket list. This could totally be a topic to visit later. 'Cause
I want to do one of those. I don't think I'm gonna become an astronaut, so I want to do one of those 0G flights.
Oh, the vomit comet.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be kind of cool.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of stuff going on with like civilian flights. You'd have to have a lot of money at first, but civilian
Episode.
space
This
trips.
everything right now is pretty much hypothetical.
Yeah, I'm saying within 20 or 30 years, you might be able to book a trip to space.
Be too old.
Yeah, we wouldn't survive.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that'd probably be it. I've always enjoyed the idea of space and be able to just float around, do flips and shit.
That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Do you like swimming? That's like 0G, kind of. You're buoyant.
Then you're wet.
And you can't
Okay.
breathe.
Yeah. If this, I could be dry, flipping, and talking at the same time.
Okay, that's fair. That would be pretty neat. I guess I'll go no because I really want to scuba dive. And I totally could, except for the fact that I get motion sick when I'm on
Expensive.
the surface of water. It's really stupid. So I've tried surfing like twice and I got so freaking seasick.
Luckily for you, scuba diving is under the water.
That's
Yeah.
like I was very confused.
Well, it might. Okay, I've done
I felt
snorkeling.
like I wasn't
so
the
that's
only
what I
one
was gonna ask
thinking
if you've ever done
I've done
snorkeling.
snorkeling too, and the same thing happened. Stupid thing was I was snorkeling, watching turtles and stuff. It was freaking sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then I was like, I need to go to the boat. I'm getting motion sick, and I don't want to puke on these turtles because they're sweet.
They'd probably just eat it.
I was just like, I know where this story is going.
It's not that exciting. It's not a very exciting story. So I went on the boat and I actually started to feel better. Like,
I thought you were gonna say he threw up in the snorkel.
no, I'm good. I actually got better on the boat, so I don't get seasick on boats. Only
Okay,
when
that's what I was
on
gonna ask you.
or in water, maybe. So I don't know. I wouldn't go like balls deep. Like I'm gonna go scuba diving for 3 hours. I would probably do a little trip at first. I know you have to do trainings and stuff too, but
It's
You gotta
expensive.
get certified.
That's a
$1,000.
it's $1,000 just to get certified,
Yeah.
and that's not even including the gear.
Yeah, gear is
Trust me,
ridiculous.
that's on my list. I want to swim with sharks,
Yep, same here.
and I want to like swim with like great whites.
ooh,
But like, it costs a lot of money just to be able to do that, let
do it.
alone the training.
mhm.
I have an in if anybody actually is serious about scuba diving. So
Yep.
Ooh.
Money.
I mean,
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't have an in, but I have
I'll
somebody
never
that
go
is
scuba diving.
certified that can do it. So
Why will you
Well,
never
it's
go
like-
scuba diving?
I don't know. I just don't know if I'd ever want to be actually under the water like that.
I've talked to. I don't know if you guys watched the Shark Week or anything. That Andy Casagrande. I've talked to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I do an expedition. That you don't have to be scuba certified. It's just it's this much money, and it's a lot of money."
Mm.
And I was
That's
like, "I can't do that."
it's like when my girl and I went to Hawaii last
slid into
year.
his DMs and he actually talked to me.
It's like when my girl and I went to Hawaii last year. That was one of the options we could have picked, was to go on cage diving with sharks, and they didn't have any available left for us to do it that day, the day before we left. So
Kind of sharks, tiger.
I don't know. Yeah, we didn't really say. It was
Great
some-
whites don't predominantly hang
Excuse me.
out in Hawaii.
a little bit, but not.
I'm sure if it's on a
It's-
cruise line too, it's not
It's
something
a
crazy.
passerby. It's not.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You're not. You're
like a
not in
hunting ground or
California
breeding.
or Florida or the Guadalupe Islands or anything like that. It's
I've heard actually, well, this is kind of probably irrelevant, but because of the reduced travel in the ocean, there's a lot more like migration of species and stuff. Like there's whales where there never were before.
yeah. The Venice canals. Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like
Dolphins came
Dolphins
back
are
and
going
were
on.
swimming through.
They are
those.
fucked when things go back to normal. You're gonna have a shit ton of dolphins just getting torn up by propellers.
Propellers. Yeah, it's gonna be manatees. all over
Manatees,
again.
you know, they get killed all the time in Florida. They're probably going through all those canals.
Yeah.
They're gonna get fucked up even more than they already do.
Damn, that's sad.
Like it's cool now,
Yeah,
but when things go back to the new normal,
yeah.
It lets you know how badly we're screwing up this planet.
yeah, it's a pretty
All
evident
right,
reminder.
Rick, what's on your bucket list?
Going to Australia. Want to go to Australia? Several places in Australia, but that's it. Yeah, mostly for racing.
So many things there that just wants to kill you.
yeah,
for
there's a lot
racing?
there that want to kill you. Yeah, racing.
What kind of racing?
Dirt car racing, like sprint cars on dirt. There's also the V8 Supercar series that goes there. They go to a track in Mount Panorama, New South Wales, where it's a giant. They go up the mountain, then obviously back down the mountain, but it's a giant race there.
So like you're gonna watch or actually participate?
No, I would watch. I can't participate. Not a race car driver.
Well, it's,
I would.
you
I
know,
would watch though.
how cool would it be? Like on
Talking to
the
us on our first podcast. He's not a race car driver. Sorry.
I'm not. There are races like even the 24 Hours of Daytona. They have you're called a gentleman driver, and they pay to race. So that's why like celebrities can get into races. So if I were to have a lot of money, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, I could legit go and race, but you would not be in a competitive car. And also, I
or could
wouldn't know
you
what the hell I was
drive
doing.
along like just with the racer with the driver in the driver's seat, you're in the passenger seat, just do a lap or something.
Well,
Yeah.
that
They have those
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah, well, that track is actually it's an actual road that goes up the mountains. Like there's houses on the road that people live in, so I could go there during any time and just take a car up it and down it if I wanted to.
Like what
Okay.
Kyle, you're explaining. My dad did that. It was the Richard Petty driving experience in Orlando. It's not there anymore, but he rode around in a race car.
Did he puke?
At the Disney track,
Yeah,
the
it's
old
not
Mickey,
there anymore.
the old Mickey Mouse track. They had
Yeah.
a lake in the middle of it that looked like Mickey's head.
Oh yeah, they got Mickey heads all over. But yeah,
For Marvel movies, I do not have a list in front of me. Let me try to find one. So,
you
I
got
assume
Black
we're
Widow
all-
that's gonna come out this
Yeah.
year.
are we all Marvel fans here?
Yeah,
Yep.
Is there like a link to like the list?
Just Google it.
Fucking Google. Yeah,
Of new ones, I know that they're making a new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
Thor is going to
Ooh.
be
Thor's
in it.
in
I
it. There's
believe.
Third
a
one.
new
Is
Thor.
it Taika still directing?
I couldn't tell you that.
no, it's James Gunn.
Oh, that's right.
They're
I'm
also-
thinking of
All the actors fought for him to come back because he got fired, and then all the actors.
yeah. I'm
back.
thinking of he did Thor Ragnarok. My bad.
Which
He's
there will be a new Thor.
Something. Queen
something
or
about love.
something. Or something love. Yeah. that's what it is.
Yeah, but I
Ooh.
don't know when that's supposedly being released.
all right. Morbius. Never heard of that.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yep.
that's part of the Spider-Man universe.
Okay. I
What's
don't know
his
anything
face?
about it. I'm a comic
The big
book
bad
fan.
from the Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming, was in the trailer.
Ooh,
Oh, Michael Keaton as Vulture.
that's awesome. I loved him in
He was
that.
such
He was
a good villain.
Great.
I think he might have been my favorite villain in any movie. Like any movie that there is like a villain. He's so relatable and
every movie.
no, like sometimes there's an antagonist and not a villain. Like I don't know. I can't think of a movie. And dude, Black Widow. Ooh, she's finally freaking getting a movie.
Yeah, that movie's
It's supposed
coming
to come out
out.
this year.
It's
it
like
was.
10
Got
years
pushed
too
back.
late, though. It's a little bit
They're-
irrelevant now.
They're discussing
Hulu-
taking that one. They're talking
Rick's the
about
robot.
to
Rick,
Disney
repeat,
Plus.
repeat. Oh, okay. For free, or
Huh?
do you have to pay for it?
I'm sure you're gonna have to pay for it in the beginning, but they're talking about putting that one on Disney Plus.
That's what they
Right
did with
away, rather
Mulan.
than
You were able to
free.
pay for early access, and then eventually it became free. Like right now, it's
Yep.
Mulan's free.
It's free on there now.
Yeah, it became free now.
I still don't care to watch it. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Ooh, with Ed
You don't
Hardy.
care? Wait. You don't care to watch Black Widow?
No, I don't care about
Mulan.
Mulan.
Oh, okay, whatever.
I like
like-
the original, but I've heard the new one is basically just whatever. Bud Light,
Sponsored
you're drinking
by-
beer? I thought we were supposed to be playing, guys. Anyways, but yeah, Scarlett Johansson's great. She's in a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
She is great.
Like Home Alone 3.
And they've changed the character a lot in Black Widow, sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. Like I did not like her romance with the Hulk, but
Really? I didn't,
nah,
I didn't
it seemed forced to me. But and just the whole I'm a monster because I can't have kids. It's a little bit, I don't know. It seems irrelevant to them, but I don't know. I have issues with that. That's my own thing. But she's also a very interesting character. What?
This will all be before it. It's just supposed to be like
This
the
is
whole
like-
Budapest thing as they talk.
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
all the
it's
time with
it's a
Hawkeye.
way prelude.
Budapest is a beautiful city, so I'm excited about that too. That'll be cool. All right, Venom. Unless anyone has anything else for that, I have a lot
Black
of
Widow
movies.
is a movie that I don't care to see, but I will see because I've seen all the other MCUs.
It's a great advertisement. All right, Venom. Let There Be Carnage, a sequel to the first one. I actually really like the first one.
I haven't seen the first one.
It's
I have
it's
not.
not.
Carnage. If it
We lost
Carnage,
Sean.
what happened to Sean?
Damn it, Sean.
Shucks.
He's
Carnage
hosting.
though, he's a lunatic. I
Yeah,
don't know
isn't
if
he
you
like a
guys know
serial
much about
killer?
Carnage, I don't know. Nah, I'm not entirely sure exactly. His like, I don't know if he's like Venom, where he's a person, and then he also turns into Carnage. I think Carnage is like his own. He's
Oh, he's just
himself.
an alien?
He's basically, yeah, he's kind of like a red Venom. He's pretty sweet though.
Okay, but I like the first one. It was very like silly and chill. There's like almost a romance between Ed Hardy and the alien too, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, I
Hi,
haven't
Sean.
watched.
Sorry, I had a visitor.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't watched first Venom. I want
I-
to, but I
I
just
watched
haven't.
it
Really...
on the plane ride to Hawaii. It wasn't bad.
I bet it was super edited. But
Super edited.
on the plane they edit for like violence and stuff, and you
For
you
children.
lose.
No,
Yeah,
'cause it's not. I don't know, like how recent you've traveled, where it's a long distance. You watch everything on your own individual personal device now.
Oh, we lost Jake.
I'll be right back. I gotta go do something. Take care of some business.
Oh, okay. Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. Never heard
That's
of that
along the
one.
lines with something to do with, I don't know. Can't remember. I remember reading something about it. I want to say it's something to do with like the Doctor Strange universe, but I don't believe so. I can't really remember.
Huh.
What movie
I
is
think
this?
it's related to Iron Man. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Oh, yeah.
I
know
don't
they're
know.
making another.
Hey,
Guardians
I'm
of
all
the
for like little known superheroes coming to the big screen. Guardians of the Galaxy was like that, and that was awesome. So as long
I
as
like Guardians of the Galaxy.
as long as it's got good creative people behind it, it can be good. So the Eternals. I don't know what that one is.
That's
That's a new one coming out where it's like eight superheroes, and they're all like Selma Hayek is one. It's like I'm not exactly sure of exactly what it is, but they're all alien
Ooh,
type people.
is it on Earth?
I don't know.
It's the gold people from Guardians of the Galaxy create the Eternals, a superhuman
Yeah,
and
that's-
immortal people.
and that's where it brings in the
Huh.
character Adam. That's how the second one ended.
Okay.
Their Genesis pod where they were creating all their.
Is Camille Nanjiani in it?
I do not know.
That'd be cool.
Who's
He's
that?
He's a funny guy. He's an actor. I don't know. He does comedy too. I don't know honestly what he's been in. Um, Spider-Man: Homecoming 3.
Yep, making another Spider-Man.
I love this first
Plus,
two. So
that's what
Jesus Christ, there's so many. Maybe we should cut this short.
I keep seeing talks about Spider-Man coming out, but then I always keep seeing this thing like the Spider-Verse stuff, and like with them having Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire and
I
stuff.
think those are rumors. I don't
That's
know.
like I don't know what's what.
Just
Is
touching them,
Venom-
they've been confirmed that they've been paid by Marvel.
Oh
That's cool.
Is
That'll probably be a
Venom
separate
part of
thing.
Marvel?
yes,
I think it's
Is
owned
it?
by Sony, but there's like some kind of agreement.
Yeah, they got their whole contract thing.
Because who did that recently? Where it was was it?
Spider-Man. Fox got rid or whatever Sony or whatever got rid of Spider-Man or wasn't signing on.
I mean, just about everybody has touched Spider-Man at this point. It's like Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
Pretty
well, I'm
nice.
saying for like the most recent.
Even like the Tom Holland one is
Oh.
technically part of Sony, but
Yeah.
they're loaning him to Marvel.
Okay.
I thought there was a superhero movie that they made. Disney made one, or somebody made one, Marvel made one, and then another company came out and made one that was completely different. And they're like, no, they're not connected. It was something extremely stupid.
Spider-Man to Venom.
Yeah. I think
Is
they're
it
in
so
different
Venom-
universes.
Venom technically
Okay.
not a part of the Spider-Man MCU.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Which
But if
is
they do,
like, wow,
if they do a
what's the point of it?
multiverse, they can have cameos or part in it or something.
Because this is also before Disney bought Fox and the
Mhm.
world.
But Venom was kind of like an anti-hero. Like he wasn't a great guy, but he was saving.
Yeah, he was
wasn't a
he's
villain.
back and forth.
Yeah.
He's a
So
vigilante.
yeah, so that he can be his own thing. I think that's kind of cool. It opens up different storytelling. There's not a whole lot of popular anti-heroes. So
Yeah, I'm curious if they're gonna do Venom to Spider-Man, but I think right now, if you're gonna do a Spider-Verse movie, you worry about the additional Spider-Men before you
Yeah.
worry about adding Venom. You don't want a fiasco like you had in Spider-Man 3, where there's just too much.
yeah.
Spider-Man
You
3
okay,
just
Sean?
had too much going on, and it made it such a bad movie. And that ruined
I don't think
it.
I've seen that one.
Tobey Maguire? Oh, it was
It's
so
a
bad.
Oh god.
It
there's-
ruined the franchise.
Oh man,
Was-
it's so bad.
Sandman in that one?
Sandman was actually good. That was
Sandman,
probably the
Green
best part of it.
Goblin,
Green Goblin was
Or was
forced.
he the Green Goblin or the
Rhino?
Hobgoblin?
Hobgoblin.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Rhino.
I didn't see
Rhino
that
was
one.
in
I
the
liked
second Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, the Andrew Garfield. It was at the very end,
Yeah.
and that had a teaser to make multiple movies of that franchise too.
I liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man.
I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, I was a
I
fan
actually
of it.
really liked Jamie Foxx too. He was so campy. It was great. But I don't know if that's what
Big fan
people
of
were looking.
Character. I got no problem with Jamie Foxx. I wasn't a big fan of the character.
Yeah, he was like.
was
Do you guys know what chewing scenery is?
We do not.
No.
No,
Okay.
I'm
He
an
was
idiot.
just acting way over the top the whole time and just making it ridiculous, and I enjoyed it. I enjoy campy things though. But yeah, I could see why somebody wouldn't like it. But anyways, we've been there's too many Marvel movies. That's great. I like having Marvel movies, but Jesus. Anyways, let's move on. Are you guys okay moving on
Yeah, it's fine.
to the NFL? All right, Sean, what is this NFL?
I have no idea.
Okay. Is it like
Wikipedia.
Google it.
Niagara Frontier League?
Good one.
Who knows who created football?
I don't.
Somebody.
Doak Walker, when he was the coach of Yale in the 1800s, he took rugby
Ooh.
and added the 4 downs.
All right.
Just so you know, there you
A
go.
little
There's
history lesson there.
All right,
Yeah,
moving
some
on. No, I'm
tidbit.
joking.
More
All right, so is there anything interesting happening in the NFL that you'd like to talk about?
I actually didn't check the scores today.
Jets lost on a last second
Last
field
second
goal,
Hail
pretty
Mary,
much.
yeah, I saw that.
Or
The
Minnesota.
Hail
Jaguars
Mary.
win?
No, they lost in overtime.
Yeah, you guys took the Jags to overtime.
Yeah,
Come on,
don't even. We were losing most of the game. I don't even want to talk.
that's terrible.
I was going to bring this up, but it's not NFL related. But did you guys see the video or hear about the football player tackling the ref after
High
he
school.
got
Yeah.
ejected?
Oof.
Yeah, that was down.
Ejected and eliminated his team from any type of playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he was arrested.
He's not
for
he's not
assault.
going to get signed to any scholarships either. That's like,
You would think probably not.
Well,
even if he was great, I don't know if he was, but
he got arrested for assault and a couple other charges, and he was out on bail. And everyone's like, oh, all these stories coming out about him being like, oh, he's such a good kid. Well, there was a deep story. Apparently, 2 or 3 years ago, same incident happened.
you
where
can find people to say anyone's a good person.
it came out that he did like same assaults sort of thing on the rugby team for his high school. So
Yeah, you can find people that say I'm a good person, and if they can say that about me, they can say it about anybody.
I think you're a good person, Kyle.
Exactly. See, he's over here on my screen. I don't know where he's here.
That's the problem with me. Is like I'm looking down over it, and like I know. Then you look back, I'm just like looking down at the bottom of the screen at some of these.
Yeah.
Kyle, yeah, you're a good person.
you're
You
a good
you ain't
friend.
bad, bud.
You're a good friend.
But yeah, that sucks for that guy. I don't know enough about that story. That's not NFL though. It's not in the NFL,
Oh, I
right?
know. I just said
No,
it was
it's football.
football related.
They start him so young. It's ridiculous, but I guess they kind of have to be competitive.
Yeah, but that's pretty
Now
much
you do, yeah.
Any
You have to now.
any sport.
Start what
nowadays.
young sports?
Yeah, like
Kids.
if you get a couple concussions in high school, you just screw yourself for the future. But anyways, that's a different issue.
Football's not even the worst one.
What is the worst one?
Soccer.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the other football.
Well,
Maybe they should start wearing
all those
helmets in
headers that
soccer.
you're doing and you're headbutting each other. We're going up for
Yep.
the ball,
Yeah.
the goal crease, whatever. I don't fucking watch soccer. The ball.
Anyways, how are the Bills doing?
Good.
Those are doing good.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
We're
First
still
place in
leading the
division.
division, right?
I know the. Oh God.
Dolphins
Miami-
lose today?
They won,
We won.
but the Bills own the tiebreaker. But the Bills play Monday night, so if they win,
Dolphins have the same record as the Bills now?
technically right now, yes,
Damn.
same amount of wins. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
Bills have one less game then.
Bills have one. Yeah, right.
Okay.
And then
And,
when they play
um,
tomorrow night. they'll
I've
be-
heard the Patriots are suffering, so I think everyone's happy about
they
that.
just won. They thumped the Chargers,
They shut them out,
Ooh.
right?
they're not
41 to
suffering.
nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a shit kick.
Bad. It's just nothing but running. Like I don't even know if Cam Newton threw over 150 yards, but he didn't have to.
He had 2 rushing touchdowns last time I saw.
Mhm. Browns
yeah.
won.
Yep.
A lot of like
Baker
division.
Mayfield had a huge game today.
Yeah.
None of the divisions you don't have a clear cut winner at this point. A lot of 2-team battles. Some divisions have 3-team battles.
Probably maybe the only one I'd say is Green Bay. I don't even know if they won today. But Minnesota's not going to catch them, and neither is Chicago.
Yeah, you guys probably have
Wow.
the biggest lead. But like you got the AFC West with the
Chiefs.
Chiefs, the Raiders are there,
Raiders,
and
Seattle in that
Chiefs
division?
are gonna if the
Yeah,
Chiefs
yeah.
win this weekend, if they play, then they clinch. Because it was gonna the Raiders. If the Raiders would have lost, then the Chiefs would have clinched. But I think they have to win
I'm
today.
thinking NFC West. I'm sorry, with the Cardinals, the Rams, and the
Seattle.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All 3 of them are.
I wore socks with
Seahawks.
Cardinals on
Seahawks
them.
was
AFC South, you have the Colts. You still have
Nice, Kyle. I like that.
Tennessee. Tennessee got walloped today.
Tennessee. And then
Sure,
you have the
Pete.
AFC or NFC East, which is just all 4 teams
Yeah.
are terrible.
It's
But
beautiful.
they're all within a game of the division, pretty much.
Rams beat the Cardinals.
I know historically, hasn't the AFC been better than the NFC? I think that's still true.
I'd say it's pretty even. I don't know. I don't know if
Oh.
one division. I know as far as Super Bowls go, the NFC East dominates the AFC East.
I mean, like,
Yes, they do.
I don't know. You got Mahomes in the AFC. Like the Chiefs are like by far the best team in the league.
Excuse me.
Nobody comes
I
close.
can't wait. I can't wait for next year to start hitting them with the dropped salary cap after they put Mahomes up for $500 million. Like they're not gonna. I mean, how are you gonna keep everybody on that team? You're coming up. Edwards-Helaire, like once his rookie contract's up, he's gonna be gone, guaranteed.
Yeah, running back, so you can just draft them. Like you don't.
They're a dime a
no,
dozen
God.
nowadays.
Yeah,
I
So,
could be a running back.
running backs, receivers, like these
I'm nodding.
outside of quarterback on offense, you can pretty much just draft them every year.
or shit.
Defense is a little bit different with defensive linemen and especially the linebackers.
Yeah.
But offense, you can weapons because that's all college is. From what I watch, it's nothing but weapons all over the field. Whether you're in the MAC or the SEC, it's nothing but weapons. Just, you got to get the weapons the ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
the Giants
Oh.
beat Seattle.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
Holy cow!
Seattle was the best team in the NFC to me, and they are losing to teams that they should not lose to.
Dude, Russell Wilson, I don't know what happened to him. Ever since they played the Bills, like that week that they played the Bills, that he looked awful. He hasn't looked the same since.
Oh, the best team in the NFC is probably the Packers.
Saints
Or the Saints.
Now with Breeze gone.
I mean,
Who knows?
Hurt,
Who
but-
knows what Breeze is going to be like when he comes back?
Yeah, only that. Yeah,
If he comes back, he's got 11 broken ribs. I don't know.
and a collapsed lung.
They're saying he's on pace to come back next week.
Okay. That'd be good. I'd like
And
to see
the
him win again.
Buccaneers are just not good with Brady and Bruce Arians.
Nope.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
No.
Arians' offense is not a really good offense.
That's your Super Bowl winner is probably coming out of. It's either going to be the Packers or coming out of the NFC West.
Yeah.
Whether it's Cardinals or Rams or Seahawks.
It's not going to be the Cardinals. I don't
You
think
can
it's
have
Cardinals.
you can have all three of those because now you got 7 teams coming out of each conference.
Well, Cardinals are out of the
Yep.
playoff hunt now. Minnesota took that last spot as of today after they lost.
Oh, really?
Yep, Minnesota jumped into the final wild card spot since the Cardinals lost today. So 6-6.
No Hawaiian NFL team.
Damn. Not yet.
There was a couple Hawaiian NFL players, so more
It's a
than
lot of Hawaiian NFL players.
Yeah, Manti Te'o.
That's weird.
Oh wait, he's hanging out with his girlfriend.
Kyle might not understand that reference.
Sorry. I have not been following. I should probably get into a fantasy football league or something because then I'd have some
No, I don't
idea.
think you really have to.
Kyle won. I constantly get time hop or memories from Facebook about Kyle beat me at fantasy football and I pissed me off. It still pisses me off reading it. It's like fucking Kyle doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He beat me.
I
don't
just
agree
went
that
off of
I
what
need
the
to go.
experts thought. I didn't do research or anything. I was just like, oh, these guys, the people think these guys are gonna do good. Cool. Sounds good.
Fucker.
It's usually how fantasy works.
It's all luck.
Right?
It is. It's a lot of luck. It's also understanding your limitations.
Next.
Okay. Next topic.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can be all right. So fantasy trips. Okay. So is there any limitations we'd like to place?
No, I had said no limitations. You don't have to go to work. Let's say you won the lottery, hundreds of millions of dollars. You no longer have to work. What would be?
Is this like a series
mean-
of trips or just one? Because it kind of
It
goes
could be
into
anything.
bucket
I
list.
had said, it doesn't even have to be. The NFL stadiums. I don't care to see all the teams or go to all of them. But if you were to go to all of them in one single season, obviously I'd have to see a schedule for next year. But how would you map that out? That kind of thing.
Money.
Pretty cool, actually, though.
I
Yeah.
think it'd be a fun 17-week gig to do.
If you really like a team, you could just go on tour with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you go
you're
to all
not
the
going to
road
every
games.
stadium though.
No, but
You could use those road games though as those specific stadiums.
Yeah, those would be your benchmark for what
I'm
you want
sure
to do that week.
if you do season tickets, do you get discounts on away games?
No.
Is
Oh,
it
'cause
just
it's a different affiliation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay?
the Bills got
Season
nothing to do with Miami.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
If anything, they jack up the prices for Bills fans.
Pretty much.
Okay, so is that's one of your fantasy trips is to go visit every football stadium, Rick? And
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, every stadium if money wasn't an option, I think every stadium for any sport would be cool, except for soccer. I couldn't give a shit about soccer.
Yeah,
It's
see,
a
I
dangerous
like-
Basketball's
sport,
the same as
apparently.
hockey, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but they have different seats, so
kind of. And
Just saying.
just some are on the court.
What?
like they put out different seats, don't they, for the basketball?
No.
Wait. Like, I just want to clarify right now.
No, like don't they have floor
No,
seats?
shh. All right, so Boston Bruins play in the same arena as the Boston Celtics. You're telling me you think that the Celtics change out all the seats
No, not all
for
of
the
them.
Boston Bruins?
No, just like
Change the color to green instead of yellow?
It's just the setup, like the floor seats and stuff. Don't they have like folding chairs on the floor for
Yeah,
basketball?
Floor seats are a little bit different.
Floor
yeah.
seats.
Yeah. So I'm assuming if you're doing like a
Fuck
trip
that.
to all the stadiums with millions of dollars, you're probably going to get really good seats. So those are going to be very different. Like rink side versus court side is very different.
You ever
Yeah,
seen
like
how the
20 feet.
Syracuse does their basketball season or their?
Oh, geez, their stadium is so
They-
fucked up.
They cut off half of the
Coliseum.
Yeah, the Carrier Dome.
the Carrier Dome
Yeah.
when they play the basketball.
Like with a
games.
saw?
No, they just block it off with a giant curtain and make
An
it
iron
half of it
curtain?
into the basketball.
Okay. Think they'll ever do basketball outside like they do for hockey?
They have.
Oh my god.
Really?
They for basketball for college, they do it on top of a aircraft carrier.
Yeah, what was it?
What?
Michigan State, wasn't
What if
it?
the ball
Somebody
goes
else?
off?
Was that the one that wasn't that just recently?
2
A
years
couple
ago, I
years
think.
ago.
That's kind of crazy.
It's
Was
cool.
it rocking at all? Do aircraft carriers rock?
I mean, it was docked.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it would have been
okay.
rocking.
Yeah, it was at Port.
Well, that's boring. They should have just
It's in
done it in
San
like the
Diego.
middle of the ocean.
Middle of a hurricane. Make it rain.
Dude, if you get downwind, you can do cross court shots so much easier. Or upwind. I don't know. Shoot with the wind and you get like anyways.
Good
Oh.
time to
Extra
play a lot of
trajectory.
basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah, he plays a lot.
those 3-pointers. You get 3 points if you do shoot it across the stadium, right?
Yeah, those 3-pointers.
3-pointers. They
Yeah.
emphasize the T.
Yes, you do. As long as you're on the outside of the arc.
I just pointed 3 times for those listening.
Jesus.
All right. But yeah, that would be a fun thing to do. What would you do at the stadiums? Like what are some highlights you'd like to do?
Drink and eat.
I was gonna say, I
Alright.
actually enjoy them.
Right?
I mean, we went to the
Yeah.
Yankee Stadium and we were on strike. We couldn't even enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not fully. I mean, we definitely we bought more alcohol than we should have.
Oh yeah, we
Um,
did not have the money to buy that much alcohol.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it would have been just drinking and
It's like
everything.
with baseball would be I want to cross those off, and I would want to go back to Yankee Stadium because like I feel like we didn't even get to enjoy half of it.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, there's some cool like I know Colorado, the Rockies Stadium. That's where they invented Blue Moon beer. So like some stadiums are going to have their own uniqueness. I mean, even with Yankee Stadium, I think there was what they have there that we didn't. The Nate's hot dog, probably. I don't know if we got Nate's hot
Nathan's
dog.
hot dogs.
I really can't remember, but a lot of places have a unique
Yeah.
thing generally.
Like Globe Life Park down here in Texas is it's got it was known for like the best food at any ballpark around. That was the old stadium, so I don't even know how the new stadium is. I'm assuming it's along the same lines, but I really don't know.
They have like
Phil.
I know the Bills don't, but do other places have like stuff near their stadium? Like attractions,
What kind
Yeah,
of
at
attraction?
least down
like
here in
bars.
Texas.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Down
they
here in
all have
Texas.
bars.
Down here in Texas, there's the baseball stadium. Down the road's the football stadium, and in between them is this thing called Texas Live, and it's like Texas's version of 716.
Okay.
So it's massive.
Yeah, I
Sounds
mean
like
some do. I know.
Baltimore
Uh,
does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Baltimore's is awesome.
San Francisco's
Baltimore.
right there on the
The
water.
only way I know Baltimore is because when they won the Super Bowl, the Orioles didn't want to change their schedule to allow them
Yeah.
to have a home game to open up the season.
Yeah, because of the parking lot.
Mm-hmm. They share the
Yeah.
same parking lot.
Philly, all of Philly's stadiums are in the same. Basically, they don't share parking lots, but they're all right next to each other too. They have their own basically like sports complex that's where all the parking lots are in stadiums. You have hockey, football, baseball.
Cleveland is with their baseball
Yeah,
stadium
yeah,
and their
baseball
basketball
and-
arena.
Yep.
Yeah, right next to each other. Yep.
I know Detroit used to be, their hockey arena is different now, but their baseball stadium and their football stadium are all right there.
Well, they had with Detroit's new stadium or their arena, they made an entire area, which I mean they named it Hockey Town, obviously, but it's a whole like entertainment area. That's actually what the Angels are doing too now. They're dumping tons of money, which I mean I think that was like a Pagula probably started with our downtown.
Oh yeah, let's say look at
And outside
Harbor
putting
Center
all that
there.
money into it. So now you have Detroit doing it, and you have Anaheim Angels doing it.
I mean, I wouldn't say they started it, but they kept the trend going. Because you got to think,
Yeah.
like, the Canadian markets have had those with hockey arenas nearby and all that. Like, I think about Vegas. We went and, I mean, they play at T-Mobile Arena right there next to New York, and you're right there on the strip. You can do anything. But then they also, on top of being able to do anything, they have their own little party and their parade, and they got all those activities outside. Like, you got to think. I'm just curious what with the football stadium is not necessarily on the strip, but
Yeah,
it's
it's a little
near the
off.
strip. So I'm curious, like, what do they have?
Yeah.
Because the hockey team benefits being on the strip completely. You have all the amenities right there.
Yep.
What does the football stadium do? You know, it all depends on where you are. You know, we talked about mentioned the Chargers Stadium, how it's near LAX. Well, you're kind of limited what you can do there.
Yep.
You can't fly a drone around, for example.
Sure can't.
All right, so Sean or Jake. Let's go, Jake. What's your fantasy trip?
Booze and boobs. Like sports related?
Wow.
So it doesn't
Sure, we
have
can
to
do
be sports related.
Doesn't it have to be sports related? I would love to do like a few months, like 4-month long European trip where I can
That
go
would be
to
awesome.
Paris and Germany for Oktoberfest and all those places and be able to hang out in them for like a week long to actually enjoy it.
Mhm.
Right.
Like I don't want a lot of these
History.
tours. You're there for like you're in Paris for a half a day.
Yeah, I don't
Well, you can only all right. Well, everybody's gonna go to the Eiffel Tower
couldn't scratch the
and wait
surface
the
then.
entire day just to get near it. And it's like, all right, Paris is done. Rome. I would love to go to Rome. Not everybody's gonna go to Rome Coliseum and all that, but like I want to be able to like really just hang out there, go to the hostels there, and just fucking chill out and enjoy it. Take in the heritage and the traditions there.
Yeah, there's something like there's probably been studies about this, but I'd imagine after like 3 days you start to feel more connected to the space, and after like 5 days in an area you kind of exhaust all the obvious options. So if you're looking for like a touristy trip, that's a good point to like 4 to 5 days in each place.
Yeah,
I'd say. But if you're looking to like figure out the culture and stuff, then maybe like 2 weeks in every place would be really cool. Because then you can't just go to the tourist attractions, and it's gonna get boring. So you kind of gotta figure out what the
get off
locals
the beaten
do.
path,
Yeah,
get murdered.
get in
It's
with
cool.
the locals.
Yeah,
Yeah. And if you had enough money, you could afford like a translator. I don't know how that happens, but
Translate.
yeah,
It's Europe. It's not
a lot of people speak
Still,
English,
but-
but
right. It's you can get rough English there. You can get by.
anecdotally, and specifically France, they really don't like English speaking tourists. They like you
They're
to at
gonna hate
least,
me then.
yeah. They would like you to at least
Croissant.
try to.
I was
try
told
to
absolutely trash food in France too.
I'm sure there's really good food as well.
Maybe
Escargot.
I don't
Um,
think pizza's there.
It's Italy.
You might be able to find it somewhere, like at a.
It's a totally different country. They got the worst Chinese food.
They have fucking terrible Chinese food in France, probably.
What?
I mean, every place has got a Burger King and McDonald's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
Yep, that are
Live off of Big Macs
that
and
authentic to
chicken
their
nuggets.
areas too. Like in Japan, I think, or in China, I think they sell Chinese food in some of their McDonald's and stuff.
yeah, some of they got different signature dishes and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the stroopwafel in Belgium.
But yeah, I would
so like
also.
I would love to do, like a few month long slow trek across Europe and be able to enjoy
You
things.
enjoy it, yeah.
That was actually going to be mine. So, but yeah, there's tons of trains and stuff that you can take. So you can just be like, I'm sick of Italy. I'm gonna take a train to, I don't know, Ukraine or something.
Yeah, the
And-
train system down there over there is very popular for transportation.
I don't know if there's actually a train from France to Ukraine, but there's tons of trains. Like I know you can.
So that's a
you
long
can-
trip.
Yeah. Eastern Europe's a little sketchy sometimes too, because there's
Yeah, Russia and Ukraine. and all
There's
those
what, Kyle?
territories.
Please.
it's a
elaborate.
very different culture than we're used to, and some of our customs might
Very-
not be accepted.
It's a very
Yeah, they
poverty
hate us.
nation.
A lot of people hate us right now. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
All
We
right,
can
all
go
right, all right.
anywhere, and
But
they'll hate
there's a lot of places in Europe that actually like
us. Go to Canada, they
US
hate,
tourists. So
Right.
and like I would love to see
especially
like,
our reaction to COVID. hate
the Nordic countries like Switzerland and Sweden and stuff. They're probably in Denmark. Is that a country?
Sweden would be amazing. That's it. Like Sweden, Greenland, Iceland. I've heard. I know people have gone to Iceland and they love it.
Yeah, I would love to go there.
Dude,
too.
Iceland's cheap as hell to get to. You get it before COVID. You could get a round trip there for it was like $300. It was
Not bad.
stupid.
Cool. Yeah, if you also like if you can get it, it doesn't fit with our topic, but if you can get into Europe, getting anywhere else is way cheaper. So they always
Yeah.
say if you're going to Europe, get the cheapest flight you can to somewhere in Europe, and then you can get anywhere else a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
So
Main one is I want to be in Germany for Oktoberfest.
that would be pretty cool. I'm sure there's tons of things. It's weird thinking about like traveling and people right now though. So foreign. It's been a while since I've been around people.
And it's hasn't been that long either. If you think about it.
I have a terrible memory. All of my life has been in the last like 2 weeks. So
All right.
So but yeah, Europe would be great. I've been to Europe briefly and it was amazing and I would love to see more. And I really want to go to like Britain specifically.
Why Britain? I mean, I want to go to Ireland to see my castle.
I want to go to.
The rebels of my castle.
A lot of our culture is influenced by Britain. I like watching some of the British TV shows, and there's some beautiful countrysides in some of the shows I've seen.
Scotland. I would love to go to Scotland.
Yeah,
Like there's so
Scotland would be
many
awesome.
things over there that I would love to go to.
And just the fact that they predominantly speak English would be really nice because then you could actually feel like you can kind of get into the culture a little easier. It's not as big of a barrier. So you could go to a pub and talk to people. Stuff like that. It'd be cool.
I'll call it a bar and insult them.
I don't know if that would insult. Well, I guess
Got
it might
football
insult.
on. Yeah, we got Real Madrid. Nah, I mean Buffalo Bills, motherfucker.
Okay. That sounds like a weird thing to do while traveling, but do you? If you want to get into a bar fight.
bar fight in every country.
God. Sean, what's your fantasy trip?
I'd follow a band for a whole tour.
Ooh, that'd be pretty cool.
Yep.
Have you followed any bands for multiple shows?
I
have.
guess you could say this. I mean, I went to 2 Dave shows back to back. One was in Toronto, and then one was at Darien Lake. But other than that,
Okay.
no, I've never really traveled more than to 2 different cities to go see.
And that was enough to get
And
you
one-
like, I
and
really
one-
want to do more.
Yeah, I mean, in one tour. I mean, I've gone to separate cities to see Dave, but
Okay. But yeah, that would be very band dependent because there's some bands that are probably like going to do the same kind of things every show.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
two
it'd
of-
still just be cool though, just with the atmosphere and like some bands that tour overseas and stuff. So if you had the opportunity to go to like different countries to see them and stuff,
Yeah.
too, it would be kind of cool.
who did you tour with, Rick?
I followed Rise Against. We went from Toronto to Boston to Philly.
Who did
Oh,
you
neat.
tour with? What
What else?
instrument did you play?
I also though back in that was 2017. Back in 2010, there was only 2 shows, but I saw Alisana in Rochester, and then the next day went up to Watertown, watched them in Watertown.
Nice.
Like Watertown, New York?
Nothing there.
There's like 4 people
it's
there.
not. Yeah, no, they played at Jefferson County Community College.
That's something like where?
Yeah, at a freaking community college with
All
First Emerge and somebody else. It was some goofy concert that they decided to put on. The college did so.
If you get the right band though, and they have a really wicked tour, you could see all kinds of crazy venues, like that one in
Exactly, yeah.
Colorado. Is it the
Red
Red
Rocks.
Rocks?
yeah?
Yeah, Red
Love
Rock.
to go there.
They had like
Yeah.
and with the Dave Matthews Band, they go every year to go to the Gorge in Washington. That's one of the most like prestigious venues around.
Dave goes there. It's not
What?
just insulting Dave Matthews Band. It's all right.
Okay. Yeah, they're a very polarizing band. But yeah, that sounds cool. Any ideas about what band you'd see, Sean?
I mean, I'd like to do Dave would be cool for me being a fan. I'd like to probably
A lot
do
of people do that. Yeah.
John Mayer.
You might make friends with people if you see them at all the shows. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
there's a lot of people who follow them.
I mean, I've met a lot of people that way too, already doing like just local shows and stuff. So
That's pretty cool.
If you could follow one band, Kyle, who would it be?
Oh God, I don't know.
I could answer that one for you, Kyle.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool, I guess. But I don't
The
know.
one credit I'll give Dave is he would have a different show for each show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's like as much as I love the Arkells, and they'd probably be the band that I would follow. But I feel like it'd be a very similar show every
Each
show.
night. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it should
Rise
still be-
Against was the same thing every day.
I'd be good with that, but
Same thing
They
for
would
Foo
get-
Fighters would be probably the same similar situation.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you need a good jam band. Zach Brown band would probably be one that'd be a good one. Maybe Jack Johnson, but he'd probably be pretty similar as too. Maybe small differences, but you need a good jam band.
Probably.
it's like people right now with John Mayer playing with the Dead and Company. They're playing
Or-
different stuff every night.
Alternatively, you could get a dance band if you like just jamming with the crowd. Then it doesn't really matter what song is playing as long as you like it, and then you just
I love the idea of Kyle dancing in the concert.
get blitzed and just mosh pit and stuff.
Fuck mosh pits, man. I would love to see Kyle on a mosh pit though.
Oh my
I
god.
would love to just be Kyle. Period.
Yeah, take Kyle to the Burning Man.
Oh Jesus.
Oh yes.
What is Burning Man?
It's a giant
The
festival
Burning
out
Man
in the
at the
desert
stake.
in Nevada.
Yep.
It's like multiple days, tons of drugs and sex and music, and it's just insane.
Sounds a
Oh,
little
that's
intense.
Kyle.
Yep.
Okay, but anyways, I think that's a
I think
good
it's an
stopping
environment that Kyle would thrive in.
point.
Be amazing.
Probably not.
Be like Vegas, just on drugs completely.
Yeah, but in a desert. No casinos. It's just you and sand and a giant
what
wicker
is it?
statue that they're
Just
burning.
Ominous Oasis.
Is
I'll
that like
share a
a
tent with you,
religious
Kyle.
thing?
It's
Wanna
not
do
religious
acid
now.
together.
So, if you've made it this far,
Keep it.
good job. I don't know. Congrats. Your prize is
Dealing with
Congrats.
us.
yeah. So that's been Beer League Benchwarmers. I think that's a good place to stop. Anyone want to do a start a closing tradition or anything?
Nope.
Kyle.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
No final words. Okay.